Well, it's week 4 of the LCS with coverage brought to you by Alienware. We're outside where they are setting up for the Lunar Revel situation party. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I'm here with Solo from TSM, who's finishing the first round robin positive, especially after a victory against FlyQuest yesterday, their only defeat so far. So, Solo, I feel like a lot of people did not expect this team to look this good, especially so early. What do you attribute the success to?
I mean, a big thing is just that we have, 3 of the same people from last split. And, I mean, I don't know, people don't remember, but, we almost beat EG in the best of 5. And I think, it's unfortunate we lost Spica, but I think Boogie's, a great talent. And then Neo is, really underappreciated player. So, in some ways, I feel like we can even be better than that team since we're still building synergy. We still had some weaknesses. So I think that's just a big part of it is we have so many returning players. And, I think it looks like that so far.
Are you surprised that you guys have had this much success this early?
I'm not surprised. I think with behind the scenes, how we've been doing in scrims so far, it's kind of this is where the level we need to be. I think just getting through stage nerves early, and then just every stage is just really different. So people just getting more used to that has really helped us. But in scrims, I feel like we're right where we are on stage or in our standings. So I'm not surprised that this is what we ended up being.
Yeah. I mean, the interesting thing, I think a lot of people looked and they're like, okay, yeah, they're keeping 3 of the main players, but all these other teams have really powered up, right? And so did you ever feel that way? Did you ever look at any of the other teams and go wow, the rest of the league has gotten much stronger? Because I don't know if it's even true if they have or not, but I'm just kind of curious what your thoughts are on all this after the first round robin.
Yeah, the only team that really I was for sure thought it was going to be really great was EG, just because of they basically just side graded both of their roles and kept the people that were really, really top tier. But and maybe FlyQuest a little bit because it's the hype, but you never know. I think the big thing is just that you get a lot of names on paper, but it's so hard to tell how people are going to mesh, what type of player is going to show up, in a new environment, new system. And I mean, there's always big names failing every year, so you never know. For this year, I mean, that Dig roster on paper looks a lot better. Not a good roster. Even TL, it's just you never know, and there's always 2 or 3 teams that are just underperforming a lot, and we're one of the teams that are just overperforming maybe right now, but I think that's kind of where we're at.
People don't know too much about Boogie. Maybe you can talk to me a little bit about what it's been like playing with him.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that much about him either, except he was from the South American League, and I'd seen him in solo queue and in Champions queue a lot. And I mean, man, this guy is just a workhorse. He's just a grinder, dude. He really wants it. He's about it. So I think just mad props to him. He tries, and I've never seen someone put so much heart into the game. Just he takes every moment seriously, and he's vocal, and he's just mature, and he just wants to win so badly. And I think that's really refreshing because when you play at the top a lot of the players are just kind of there. And, they want to win, but they don't really it's not in their blood, they're not dying for it. And I think he's just one of the most serious person I've met when it comes to, being the best he can be. So props to him. He's amazing so far.
So kind of going back to the standings, we're now done with the first round robin. I think people right now are kind of okay, so you got FlyQuest, you have C9 EG, and maybe 100T in there. And then I think there's kind of a middle team situation going on. You guys are obviously near there or up at the top of that group. What do you think it's going to take for you guys to break up into that top 4, top 3 group?
Yeah, I mean, we just really need to be more consistent, and I think just our early games on stage have just not been that crisp, and we're just partially because we're a little bit nervous and we're just failing a lot of the things that we're used to. But we just got to step it up in that regard because when it comes to mid to late game, I feel our shot calling and our team fighting, we're just up there with, the C9s, the EGs, FlyQuest, because we showed that yesterday. But we just can't lose early games by 3,000 gold. That's just how you just can't. It's hard to come back from that consistently. So for us, it's that, man. First 15 minutes just matter so much right now.
And then finally, what allowed you guys to take down FlyQuest? I didn't get a chance to interview you guys afterwards, but what happened there?
I mean, we played better, but truthfully, they got outdrafted just so hard. I mean, their draft was just really, really hard. And I think that was the big component. I mean, I think both the Thresh and the Jace were just like really useless the whole game. And I think just our comp was just like really complete and just really easy win con, just can one-shot anybody. So I think that's like what made it really easy and fine. But yeah, I mean, I think we did play well, but I think at the same time, it's like draft diff was pretty big that game. Yeah.
Very good. Anything you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad that they're supporting us. I mean, it's been crazy so far. Being on TSM is always so funny because you're just like, no matter what, people are always talking about you. So I just appreciate kind of being in the limelight a little bit, and hopefully we can just get some more wins. I'm glad people are like a little excited now, so hopefully we don't like jinx ourselves and start sucking. But I feel really good so far about this split.
Very good. Thank you so much for the interview. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things LCS right here on my YouTube channel. Hello, it's Travis Gafford here. You just watched my interview or a blame game or something that has this outro attached to it, and that's great. I'm glad that you watched it. Hopefully you didn't skip all of it just to get to the best part, which is the outro. I know some of you do that. I look at the audience data on YouTube, and you guys, there's just a big peak. Everybody goes and watches the outros to see me talk to them. Anyway, shout out to Alienware. They sponsor this video and so many others on this channel. They are fantastic. We love Alienware. Be sure to check out their stuff. We use their stuff. I just got a 4090 in a new Aurora that I love. Thank you to Alienware and NVIDIA. Anyway, check out their stuff. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our 2023 coverage, and catch you next video.